my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds are solid, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot longer when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The moonlight no one built it while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah, it's bigger than trading. It's about mastering yourself. Anybody can enter a trade. You can conquer emotion. Escape Babylon. The cycle. Move with wisdom. Build with faith. Smart action trading. They told us chase fast money, bad money, worship greed, love for trading, panic with a crowd, out of Babylon, build on fear, distraction and emotional slavery, but discipline, patience, wisdom, that's how you escape the system. Smart action trading. Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, chain of fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision clear. Planting seeds are solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead. Jericho walls follow when my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds are solid, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot longer when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The moonlight no one built it while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah, it's bigger than trading. It's about mastering yourself. Anybody can enter a trade. You can conquer emotion. Escape Babylon. The cycle. Move with wisdom. Build with faith. Smart action trading. told us chase fast money,
money,
worship greed,
war for trade,
panic with the crowd,
out of Babylon,
build on fear,
distraction and emotional slavery,
but discipline,
patience,
wisdom, that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of solid.
while they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. David burst the giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live train to fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of solid, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving breaks too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that in. Discriminating look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
it's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade,
You can conquer emotion.
escape Babylon,
Cycle,
move with wisdom,
build with faith.
smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Money,
worship greed,
war for trade,
panic with the crowd,
out of Babylon,
build on fear,
distraction and emotional slavery,
but discipline,
patience,
wisdom,
that's
how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of solid.
while they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. David burst the giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead. Jericho walls follow falling when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's strong. Trying to worry building while they got it every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to feel. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision keep. Planting seeds of silence, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's.
The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your own trading results.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Friday, July 31st, and welcome to the most value-packed live trading show where we live trade, break down charts, cover high-impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a wonderful day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. Today is the last trading day of the week, the last trading day of the month, so make sure to size down or take no trades if you don't see quality setups, and close out your week and your month as strong as possible. Today is Free Trade Friday, so you get to join us for the delay-free, ad-free stream. If you're in the free tier Discord, all you need to do is click the live trading tab down here, okay, and that's been unlocked for you to join us. So make sure to join the free tier Discord to access the delay-free, ad-free stream. That's available to you, so you get an idea of what we do every single day. Okay, so SPY's coming to that 745 territory. Let's see where we close out on that 1 minute candle, on the 1 minute candle to get our TOGBOG. We're starting to push to the upside. I do have some pre-existing Tesla calls, okay? Some lotto calls on Tesla. See how those go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. 100 likes. 100 likes is the goal per usual. 100 likes is the goal per usual. Happy Free Trade Friday. So who watched all 5 episodes this week? If you watched all 5 episodes this week on YouTube, type me in the chat. All 5. We're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. Tesla was in the 317 territory. Currently up 20% on Tesla. I want to see Tesla knock out 315. %45 on Tesla. SPY continues to push. 60% on Tesla. See if we can hold above that VWAP on Tesla. Continue to expand. Okay, SPY is above 745, guys. So right out the gate. Okay, look at the VIX. VIX gap down at the open. Right out the gate, we're pushing. Right out the gate, we're pushing. Qs are at PMH already. Qs at PMH already. If Tesla can get past that 315 territory, that'd be great. Okay, that Tesla break was gorgeous from yesterday. Okay, SPY continues to push. We're directional on the hour. Reversing on the hour. This is going to be a one shot, 1 kill on Tesla. So go one more push. 60%. Okay, I'll take it off right there. Okay. At 50 plus %. All right, so Tesla, thank you very much. No runners. One shot, 1 kill. As it approaches 315. It can continue to push. Now back to SPY, back to Qs. Okay, so nice push on Tesla. We got Apple. Apple sliding to the downside. Keep in mind, Apple and Amazon did report earnings. Amazon through the roof. Look at the Qs. The Qs are gone. The Qs are gone. Nice key zone here as we push into PMH. I'll break down the Tesla trade exactly. We touched on it yesterday. And the nature of those trades when it's overnight, right, is just anything can happen. Anything goes. So you have to be willing to essentially lose 60-70% of the trade. So you got to use very, very little size to execute a trade like that. If Tesla can knock out 315, and if Tesla appears via Shockwave 5, guess what? I don't mind taking Tesla. Okay, I don't mind taking Tesla at the upside. Qs are strong, guys. We can't deny the strength of the Qs. Hourly continues to push. Okay, so Bloom Energy IV 195%. Undeniable strength here. Being driven by the Qs. The Qs are so strong as Dragon SPY higher, despite the fact that the Dow is at PML. That's how strong the Qs are. Okay, so the Qs just need to stay above that PMH. Okay, 693, 693.50s. Stay above it. Shockwave 5 is here. Be mindful of that PMH right there. You need that continued strength on the Qs. Shockwave 5, first one here. Tesla Shockwave 5 as well. Be mindful of that 315 level. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Keep in mind, today is Free Trade Friday. Free Trade Friday. The link to the delay for ad-free stream is available to you. All right, so make sure to join the free tier Discord and then go down here, okay? Go down here. That's available. I'll make this available on Fridays, okay? And you can get a sample of what we do every single day. Okay, so Tesla gets smacked up at 315. Okay, so good TP there on Tesla. Question is, if SPY really wants to accelerate, guys, the Dow needs to bounce off that PML. Grab PML. Qs have tremendous strength. Qs next level, they're going to test a 696.26, 696.26 test. Coming up. Microsoft strong. Okay, healthcare falling off a cliff. All right, you can give me 60%, 50% in less than 5 minutes. You don't got to tell me twice. All right, you don't got to tell me. Even if it goes to 500, if it ends up going, that's fine. It's better to deal with the FOMO rather than be empty-handed. Leave the trade empty-handed. Which one do you want to deal with? Okay, that's the best I can put it. All right, do you want to deal with the FOMO? All right, you got your piece. You put something in your pocket, but it just went parabolic. Or do you want to deal with being in the trade, not taking profit, and leaving empty-handed and in the negative? Okay, so 90% of the time, I'll just deal with the FOMO. I'll just deal with it, take my piece, rather than dealing with the other problem. So that's a good problem to have. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, George. May God bless you and your family, health, economy, and viewers today and every day. Happy Friday, everyone. Please smash the like button when you come in. God bless you too, guys. God bless everyone tuning in. I speak nothing but abundance and overflow in your life and in trading as well. Verse of the day, Romans 15:13. Blessings to all. Let's ramp up the week with discipline. Hope for a better trade today and in the future. Again, guys, today stakes are high. All right, so the workload is behind you. You don't want to let today be a day. All right. I'm only speaking to a few people. I know this doesn't apply, but if it's one person I can get to, it matters. All right, because I used to have hard time on Fridays as well. Fridays were very difficult, and until I implemented this protocol, I had to learn the hard way. Right, phenomenal week. Everything works in my favor. Friday rolls around, something just comes over me, and then I start going on tilt, sizing up, and giving back everything from the week, and eventually giving back some of the profits from the month. All right, so these things are coming from experience. So it's very important that you do the same. All right, so you can either implement it or you'll be forced to implement it the hard way. All right, so make sure to do that. VIX is spiking here. Okay, see if that daily open can hold. Okay, daily open can hold. So that's what we call a ramp down Friday. Good morning, BT6. Good morning, Poe Man. Good morning, all five. So what's one of the ones who have been watching all 5 episodes, Shockwave 5 back to downside? What's one thing you learned? One thing you can take away. So look at the spike on the VIX. Okay. Great TP on Tesla. Okay. So Shockwave 5 coming into play. Qs, again, PMH, accelerates above PMH. If you're a scalper, that's your room. But if you're looking for some follow through, okay, you blink twice, it's back below PMH. And the Dow's dragging us now. Shockwave 5, scale out. Shockwave 5, scale out. Good morning, Venus. Good morning. This is G50. This is G50, not TOG. This week we had the hot hand all week, guys. So even including the Tesla trade, every trade worked in our favor. All right, that's not usual. Okay, so I don't want you to think, hey, I want to aspire to have 100% win rate on the week. That's not typical. That's probably the first time that's ever happened on live. All right. I believe the first time where every single trade all week worked in our favor. And that's how many episodes? 150, close to 150 episodes. Okay. IWM puts, beautiful job. See profit, take profit, guys. See profit, take profit. If you took Shockwave 5 to the downside, okay, TP1 hit. If you're holding those runners, you have room to maybe PML before you do decide to hold runners. Mark out what your risk is with those runners. Okay, is it back to break even? Is it percentage based? Do you want to use the trail stop feature of the indicator? Right, you want to highlight these things as things are happening, okay? With those runners, all right? You can get a little bit fancy with just a small part of your position, those runners. Everything else, you must stay boring. We're going to test that G50 here. The G50 test coming up. Beautiful breakdown. They trapped some of those bulls in tech. Dow falling off a cliff. Look at that, guys. Stick to your rules when you're done. Be done 100%. 100%. Wow, look at that drop. You can't fall in love with the sentiment too long. You got to be very nimble. Okay, memory of a goldfish. And these markets really will help you. All right, just keep forgetting where we are and just build a new thesis. Let go of the old thesis, build a new thesis. Bigger picture, we know. Right? We know. Taking that higher high, okay, into this territory is going to be tricky because that's a rejection zone. But if you scalp it, okay, again, there's going to be room for you to TP. There's going to be room for you to capitalize off the appreciation. But it's not going to go on all day. This is it. Okay, so this is it. And now we're going to the other side. We might go engulfing on the hourly back to the upside. Wow. Look at that hourly. Look how nasty that hourly candle is. All right, so they gave the buyers a chance. Okay, buyers have this room. Okay, bulls have this much room to push it. So this is your room to operate, and then quickly flush this thing. And what are we testing now? Key zone. Can that key zone hold up? I'm monitoring that key zone test at 15. Very bearish count on the 15. We got the Qs testing PML. We got SPY testing PML on that key zone we discussed this morning. We have all the indexes showing weakness here. Okay, see if this can bail out the bulls off this level. If they can rally off this. If this does not hold, okay. The gap fill is below us. If you did take some runners there, guys, this is basically final destination. I'll say this is your final destination. If you want a little bit more, you want to see a push below this key zone. So Shockwave 5 gets the job done again. Look at the VIX. VIX is coming in hot. VIX is coming in hot. VIX is coming in hot. Microsoft hot. Tesla falling off a cliff. Good TP on Tesla. 15 is here, guys. Shockwave 15. Shockwave 5 got the job done. 15 is here. With 15, be mindful. You're shorting into this key zone. All right, just be mindful. You're shorting into this key zone. Or you're shorting at this key zone. Okay. Good morning, BLR 1982. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So you want to see everything start to continue to slice. We got the Dow selling off. We got the small caps, IWM, falling off a cliff. They're leading the way, guys. They're leading the way. Shockwave 15 on IW. Looking good. Great TP on Tesla. Those contracts opened up down 40. All right, just because of the volatility. And then we were able to extract 50 plus. One shot, one kill, no runners. VIX is hot, guys. VIX is hot. VIX is hot. We got a hot VIX. Look at small caps. IWM Army. That was your trigger right there. Puts. IWM. Okay, if you caught that, dollar signs in the chat. Good, good, good. So TP2 hit. Shockwave 5. Shockwave 15 still brewing. Qs selling off. So IW, the one that triggers Shockwave 15. Scale out on IW, guys. Headed towards TP1 and IWM. Let's go. Beautiful job, Joe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Tesla falling off a cliff. Great TP. Look at this hourly candle. Does this hourly candle look bullish or bearish? Right, so we are getting a signal here, but just be mindful that we have a lot of levels in this territory, so just be very cautious. Okay, you want that selling to continue. IW scale out. You want to see the Qs head towards 686.39 and not reclaim PML. Okay, just be mindful of that. Apple surprisingly going the other way, doing the usual. Tesla's been good to us this week. Okay, Shockwave 15 here, signal trying to print. We got the hourly coming up. We have look at that hourly candle, guys. Okay, 3 down hourly candle. We have consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. Consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. IWM hit TP1. Wow. Who caught IW? Small caps. Who caught IW? So here, Shockwave 5. Take the puts there. TP1, TP2. Shockwave 15, you take the puts there. Just be mindful of the key zone. Okay, starting to work now. You want to see synchronized selling. You want to see synchronized selling. Tesla, gorgeous collapse on Tesla. 315 rejection on Tesla. Led Tesla to 307. 315 was my profit target. Okay. With those major psychological levels, guys, pro tip on Tesla, it has big responses. If it doesn't reclaim or get past a psychological level, right, it can get smacked off of it and it can get really ugly really quick. All right. So always respect those levels. Here, scalp opportunity here. If it can fall below 74210, this thing is going to be falling. Look at VIX. VIX is hot still. VIX is hot. If you took this in the face of these key zones, tremendous job to have the confidence to use synchronized selling in your favor. In your favor. No respect for those zones. We just fill that gap. So we gapped up this morning. We filled the gap. So if there's no bounce off this BOG, there's a good chance we get to that TP1 on SPY. Look at small caps, guys. Small caps aggressively selling. Wow. Small caps aggressively selling. That's how we do it, guys. So if you caught this, you're done for the day. If you caught Shockwave 5, you're done for the day. Small caps. Okay, we talked about how small caps start to make that move a little earlier than everything else. All right. When the market's on the verge of sliding and small caps are weak and market starts to slide, small caps has an exaggerated move. Okay. Here we go. Gap has been filled. We're starting to accelerate. TP3 hit on Shockwave 5. Okay, when Shockwave 5 was released, guys, you guys are going to love it. You're going to love Shockwave 5. All right, so the person who did win Shockwave yesterday, all right, you do have access, 1 week access. Okay, so congratulations. Look at how hot the VIX is. Look how hot the VIX is. Scale it right there. Out SPY puts. Beautiful job, Ellie, on 2 trades. Okay, she caught IWM and SPY. Good, good, good. Amazon does look appealing, but only issue is the IVs through the roof. Let's get the likes up, guys. Make sure to like the video on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Okay, BOG bounce. Be mindful of that. Okay, the only thing that can hinder the bearish progress is a bounce off this BOG. 742.10. Okay, 742.10. No regrets, still sticking to plan. Good, good, good. Take a look at Tesla. Tesla has been really good to us this week. Let's even continue. Looking at the Tesla puts for a retrace reject. I'm looking for puts on SPY. It's up here. All right, this one is a little too close to this key zone, right? We can get an easy reclaim. I mean, it can continue to slide, but it's a little too close to the lows for my comfort. Hourly still weak, so if we have synchronized selling, this is it. Okay, so all you want to see in this case, if you took the puts here, is synchronized selling. You want to see everything continue to make lower lows. That's gonna be what kind of guides you. You don't want to see conflict. If you see conflict and we're here and SPY starts to show some signs of buyer stepping in, then that means they're trying to reclaim that territory. Look at that hourly candle. That is vicious. That's probably the most vicious hourly candle we've seen. The most vicious 9 o'clock candle we've seen. Vicious. Okay, they're playing for keeps, guys. Okay, they're playing the marketplace for keeps. All right, the market plays for keeps. You have to do the same. Alert has failed. Okay. So BOG bounce failed. Continues to slide. Everything making lower lows. IWM, guys. TP2. Okay, that's a 4R return on IWM. All right. Scale out on SPY. And Tesla, a nice breakdown on Tesla. I don't know why this alert is not working. Can delete all inactive. Okay. Okay, create. Look, it looks okay. Alert limit. Okay, I reached my alert limit. You've reached over the limit of 2,000 alerts. Okay. I don't think I've had that many alerts, but that sounds like a big number. But I mean, if you think about it, that sounds about right. As big as it sounds, 2,000 alerts. So it looks like I hit my alert limit, if there is such a thing. It looks like there is on TradingView. So you can't have more than 2,000 alerts on TradingView. I hit my limit, guys. So I'll just trust my eyeballs. I'll trust the eyeballs, the handy dandy eyes. All right, so you're starting to see we're starting to slow down here. All right, buyers are they're trying here. They're fighting with their life. Okay. The selling can continue, right? We just be mindful that we need to create as much separation away from this area as possible, and you want to see lower lows being established by everything else. That hourly candle, look at that, guys. That 200 EMA right there is on the hourly as well. Q's testing that daily upside breaker, so the Q's must cross below that blue line. Okay, if they can cross below that blue line, SPY will continue to go. So we do have a key zone we're testing here on the Qs. First to lead versus first to bleed. So the Qs were the first to lead. Okay, Qs starting to get that nice little push, catching a bit off those lows. So all the semis went when we cracked there, guys. All the semis provided beautiful opportunity on Shockwave 5. AMD provided a nice TP1 on Shockwave 15. Four minutes away from 10 o'clock. Flip of the hourly. Gap has been filled. Yesterday's gap up was the only gap up that they didn't pull this maneuver. Every other gap, it goes the opposite way. It literally goes the opposite way. Yesterday's, there was some follow through behind it, and we discussed what we need to look for, okay, to confirm the follow through. So if you got this, okay, you have a nice little scale out. All right, you take your profits, even though it's in that zone. You have about $1.30 to take profits. That's plenty. Amazon call trigger, not touching it due to earnings. Okay, Q's bouncing off that key zone. Okay, let's see if the bulls can at least try to flip this hourly candle above that hourly open and try to get it to a doji. All right, but for that to take place in the next 2 minutes, guys, they need to drive price above at 742.80 and possibly get back above that 743.38, and they'll have a chance. All right, but this is it's a big ask, but see what does take place there. If we do get a dead cat bounce, I'm watching Tesla for the puts. I have the 305s, 300s on watch. Keep in mind these are zeros. How we doing, strikers? How we doing, guys? How we doing? Anyone take advantage of that slide? Beautiful job, Marsha. Good, good, good. Yeah, it works on a TradingView mobile app, right? So it works on, it's an overlay on top of TradingView. Beautiful job, Joe. Done for the week, done for the month. Tremendous job, Joe. I promise you, in the long run, guys, this month, okay, if you're committed to this craft, if you're committed to this endeavor, this month will make you a better trader, regardless of how you performed. In the long run, this is just a drop in the bucket, right? If you have that long-term thinking, if you want to do this as a potential career, okay, put 15, 20, 25, 30 years into it and make this your primary income, turn this into something you want to do all the time, right? This 1 month, okay, is filled with so many lessons. We saw all kinds of markets in this. We saw all kinds of action in this short period of time. So your learning was accelerated this month. So even if it was some hard lessons you had to learn, right? It was basically 3 months of lessons compressed into 1 month. 6 months of lessons compressed into 1 month. You're going to have to learn these things, but you just have to learn them faster in this month. All right. We got a new hourly tab at the top of the hour candle. If we knock out these lows, 741.55, the selling continues. For the bulls to mount a reversal, all right, they need a complete push into 745.31 or knock out these lows. When they knock out those lows, when it's all said and done, try to turn it into a hammer. So they either need an engulfing candle, okay, engulf this entire move, which is basically a V-shaped recovery, or they need to find a base off of a key level, bounce off that level, and turn this hourly candle into a hammer and set themselves up for the next hour. All right, as of now, the VIX continues to push the upside. The VIX continues to accelerate. We're seeing Amazon break. We're seeing the Qs testing this critical level. We have not had a flag yet. No flag yet on the 5 off the 9. Beautiful job, Elion. 3 trades out. IWM, tremendous job, guys. Tremendous. Squeeze out a trade, 17%. Beautiful job, Lynn. You guys are so proficient in those TPs. Okay. Good. So Shockwave 15 goes to TP1. It took forever and a day, which it seems like, but now it's there. Okay. See if the Qs can create that separation away from this key zone, guys. This is what it's going to come down to. If the Qs can hold this zone, they have a chance to drive back into that PML and give the PML a test. If they slice through the zone, Qs have room to drop into that weekly downside breaker, last week's low, 682.47. What does that mean for SPY? Okay, this key zone is going to be the primary thing I have to pay attention to for SPY. So going into today for our team, we illustrated the importance of this zone. This is the number one thing to pay attention to. This zone right there. VIX is thriving. VIX is hot. Okay, selling continues on the hourly. Selling continues on the hourly. Let's make this nice and bold so you can see. Okay. Selling continues on the hourly. TP1 hit. Tesla, nice little retrace reject off that weekly level. Tesla 305s. Be mindful of the 305, guys. If you're in those puts, you want that 305 to hold. Okay. SPY headed towards 740. So that dead upside breaker, all those levels didn't hold, guys, and then we're headed back towards 740. Was hoping for a bounce out on SPY calls. Good cut. So if you're looking for a bounce here, you got invalidated, you got stopped out, that's a good trade. All right, there's no need for you to still be in when it's just continue to bleed. All right. So the motto is don't be wrong for long. If you're going to be wrong, which eventually you will be, guys, don't be wrong for long. My goodness. 740 coming up. So good cut. That's a good trade. VIX is very hot. VIX is hot. Qs are on the verge of potentially getting to close below that daily upside breaker, yesterday's highs. Okay, let's see if the Qs can close below that. Small caps are just falling off a cliff, right? Like small TP3 hit. Okay, TP3 hit. TP3. I have no horse in the race. Man, I want to be in this, but there's no entry, so I'll just enjoy it. Who's in this? Anyone enjoying this? Anyone runners? 740 possibly coming up. Qs, you want the Qs to hold below 655.12. Okay, look at that, guys. Small caps. IWM below 289.56, headed towards 288.96. Dow dragging us. Tesla, TP1. Nvidia. Oh, Nvidia puts. Okay. Nvidia puts came in. Okay, see if they can hold below PML. VIX is very hot. Alphabet. Oh, that Alphabet is going as well. Alphabet to the upside. VIX is very hot. I got one runner. Good, good, good. All right, you can see the Bulls tried here. They tried because they couldn't get that continued push. All right, for 1 minute stretch they pushed it. For a 3 minute stretch they pushed it, but just too much. Once they gave it up here, it was too much to get back. There was too much selling pressure to get back. Be mindful that 740 below. Beautiful job. 36% on those puts. Good, good, good. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Pudol is the one contract master. Tremendous job, Pudol. Just over and over and over and over again. All right. And don't discount one contract, guys. Do not discount one contract. Do not discount any contract, okay? His size over, his skill over size. Skill over size, all right? So look at one of our great traders. 147%, one contract. Okay, risking $89. Made $130. Not a lot of jobs pay $130 an hour. One contract. Risk $150. So total risk maybe $250. Okay, close to $250. Net reward $130. $130. Okay, so double. Tremendous job. And keep rinsing and repeating. Rinsing and repeating. Pudol, tremendous. Was that on the break there? On that break right there? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There you go. Look at this. Small caps SPY. Look at this. This is the most vicious trap. Okay. You can't fall in love with what you see, guys. You gotta like it before you love it. Okay, fall in like before you fall in love. And this market, only a few times intraday can you love a couple things. All right, everything else is on a like basis. I owe you all the thanks. August, I'm moving to 2 contracts. You're the one clicking the buttons. You're the one putting the time in. All right, you're investing in your education. So that is a reflection. That's the whole point, guys. Okay. Run your race. Okay, at your pace. Run your race at your pace. 20% NVIDIA. Beautiful job, Dan. Anyone else? Look at the VIX. VIX is hot. VIX is hot. Q's completely collapsing. SPY. Okay, SPY. Look at that hourly. All right, now SPY is coming into very interesting territory now. Okay, we are in this bounce zone. All right, so let's see how, if buyers do show up in this area on the hourly. Okay, so we knocked out. We're basically back in. What I'm starting to see, guys, we're still in the data gathering stages. All right, is we're unable to create separation away from this FOMC zone. Okay, so we're basically stuck between two FOMC ranges. Okay, we got into one of them. We got to the old FOMC range to come back to this new FOMC range. It's a very interesting action. So 7:30 daily 50% retrace. Trailing stop is kicking in here, guys. TP2 hit, trailing stop kicking in. What a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade and a great way to wrap up the month, guys. A great way to wrap up the month. It was a hard-fought month. And if you do the right thing, the market will always eventually reward you. Okay. VIX is still hot. VIX is still hot. Everything falling off a cliff. Consumer sentiment had probably accelerated as well at 10 o'clock. That could add fuel to the fire, right? But this is more of just there were so many catalysts that came in. Okay, came in hotter than expected. Let me see. Consumer sentiment came in above. Consumer sentiment came in positive. Okay, came in above previous reading and forecast. Keep in mind, consumer sentiment is survey. Okay, the real numbers are FOMC, CPI. FOMC, we had FOMC, rate decision. That's real numbers. We had GDP, we had PCE. We had the biggest companies on the face of the planet report earnings. This week, real numbers. All right, so consumer sentiment can just be if you add fuel to the fire. So we're starting to restabilize slightly off this 50% retrace, this key level here. This is big because if we give up this level and we continue to sell off, bearish engulfing candle on the daily becomes on watch. Fidelity having problems again. So some of these brokers, they tend to have problems when price is moving aggressively or it becomes very volatile. They tend to have problems, and that can be very frustrating. So maybe look for a backup. It's always good to have a backup broker. Alphabet still showing some strength here. If SPY can bounce off this territory, find a nice little bounce off that, Alphabet back the upside has relative strength, can come into play. NVIDIA falling off a cliff aggressively. Qs. Okay, buyers are trying to step up off that TP2. Look at this, guys. If you're gonna see a gorgeous breakdown. Okay. Shockwave 5. Where does it tell you to take the puts? Right here. Okay, so you can be in the trade right here on the 5. If you're on the 15, you can be right there. If you're on the Shockwave 30, okay, and the risk gets adjusted every time. So you're trying to even shockwave 30 camp. Okay, is getting fed. So everybody getting, the bears on all the time frames are getting compensated today. Okay, so just wait your turn. All right, so the ones on the 5, okay, the 5 camp, the 15 camp, the 30 camp, all getting fed. So if all of them are getting fed, that tells us the degree to which, to how strong the sell-off is. Okay, on small caps. All right, and that is, and a lot of times it's hard to take. Believe it or not, the hardest entry to take is when price is going straight down or straight up. Okay, and that's when shockwave comes into play. And it takes some trust. You have to trust the system. You have to develop a level of trust. Okay. So the next one coming up is 60. So even shockwave 30 right here. Shockwave 30 gets you in. So if it's a very strong sell-off or very aggressive push to the upside, all right, all of them will put you in position. Okay. Qs, and the Qs are looking very weak. This was the trap. So again, in the pre-market prep, guys, we prepare our team, okay, not to fall victim to having a fixed bias. It's what happens in pre-market stays in pre-market. Once it's open, it's open. So Qs, okay, they peaked above. When I'm saying vicious trap is what I mean. Okay, for people who trade above PMH, okay, this is you can extract this and be out of there. If you're a good trader, okay, you can make money in the trap. If you're a stubborn trader, okay, you will get wiped out in the trap. All right, so no shockwave 5, but let's just say you take the PMH break. All right, just say you're bullish off the open. Okay, you have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to get the job done. After that, bears are in control. And then the indicator says take the puts right here. Okay, and then it breaks below PML. So there's some contention there. We failed to reclaim PML. We break below there. And then there's contention at that daily downside breaker, 685. And 685. We get that bounce, dead cat bounce, we slice right through it. Another opportunity there. And then now Qs are at 680, trading below last week's lows. Okay, so the question now becomes, where is the leg? Where is the accumulation leg? This is a straight push to the downside. There's no leg. So everyone is probably waiting for that 9 EMA, some kind of compression. All right, because this, unless you're a momentum trader, okay, there's nothing for you to do here. If you're looking for that, you have to wait. You have to see some buyers stepping in, trying to build a little bit of structure, and then you want to get that breakdown of that structure back to the downside. So the number one thing I want to pay attention to is a potential compression break. Okay, that possibly corresponds with the EMA, key level, price action. We're starting to bounce here off of a very critical level here on SPY. And that critical level happens to be the 50% retrace of the daily, 730.53. So no surprise, there's contention there. VIX is starting to show a little bit of weakness, okay? That 9 EMA closely corresponds with that 740. Okay, 9 EMA is in this territory. Okay. We're in that bounce zone, so let's see if buyers can at least try to restabilize. Crude going back to test 85. 10:18, guys. Time is flying. 10:18. Massive drop on the indexes to kick things off during the first hour. Good morning, everyone. I had to put myself into training rehab. I'm back, focused, and I'm happy to report I passed 2 evals yesterday. Congratulations to him. Tremendous job, tremendous job. All right, just trade those evals the same way you've been, trade those funded accounts the same way you've been doing the evals. All right, have the same approach. All right, you're more than capable of getting a payout. And keep us posted when you get a payout. Keep us posted. Tremendous, tremendous job. And sometimes after passing, guys, give yourself maybe a few days. Pass. Give yourself a few days. Kind of forget about it. And then come back to it. All right. Because sometimes when you pass, the euphoria is there, and it can get you too overly excited. So let the euphoria die down a little bit. That's what I'm looking at, Devil Dog. I'm looking at the Google calls. I just need SPY to base out here. If it does, Google didn't sell out as much as everything else. All right, so if SPY starts to base out here, Google can be a candidate to the upside. I'll look at the 350s on Google. Okay, the Google's actually starting to go. Okay. Well, you guys get the idea. And there goes Google. There goes Google. Okay, so instead of trying to catch the bottom on a particular name, like an index, all right, which you can, right? But it might be better to find something that has pre-existing strength, that didn't get impacted by the sell, and then take that. Google 347.55. I'm looking for an entry on Google. Okay, that one is a little messy. Did break the highs. See if we can dip a little bit in there. The past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Google hasn't been too clean. All right, so I'm trying to time this entry so I don't have to sit through more of a mess. So if it dips a little lower and then reestablishes itself, I'll be there. But I want to see SPY kind of establish itself here as well. We're 9 minutes away from the giveaway window, guys. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Google, Google, Google. So 9 EMA, folks. Compression break, folks. We're starting to compress. All eyes on 740. All eyes on that 9. And this breakdown. Okay, Google's starting to go. If you took Google, congratulations. Okay, there goes Google as SPY goes. Google is getting close to highs of the day. You can TP there. Take a majority off per usual. I prefer to trade my own money, no steal the rules. Yep, so. All right, so the rule, I've said this many times, you guys probably have heard, right? But of course, we have a new audience every single day. Right, so they're not even the rules the prop firms have. They're not even really rules. What they are is they're things put in place to ensure you blow up. Right, to maximize the likelihood of you blowing up. Okay, how do you translate that to the user? Rules. So it's designed, those rules are designed to maximize your blow up rate. So if you know that, then you have to play the game accordingly. You have to know, you have to be sharp. You have to do the boring thing. You have to treat it like it's your own capital. And you have to also understand the people who are pumping these promo codes, they have deals with these companies. Okay? And sometimes, if people are following their trades, they'll lose intentionally. So a bunch of people have to reset. That's why, okay guys, you have to learn how to trade. That's why our program is designed to teach you how to trade, not to give you a fish, but to teach you how to fish. Okay, so there are people with nefarious intentions out there. That's the bottom line. That's the reality of the situation. All right, so that's how they meet their bottom line. That's how they put money in their pocket, by you losing. When you understand that, you'll have a healthy respect for the space, and you will approach it in a systematic way, rather than getting caught off guard, rather than being naive. Okay, they will sometimes take bad trades, over leverage, because they know a good portion of the audience is doing the same thing, and there's a mass reset. All right, so when the audience has to reset, guess what happens? The reset code they have gives them kickback. All right, in the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of the space will be investigated. All right, but you have to know how the inner workings work. You have to know how it works internally. There's no payout if everybody wins. All right, so make sure you understand that, guys. And if you understand that, then you can properly capitalize off the opportunity that's given and have the right approach. But if you have the approach that everyone else has, right, you'll get the same kind of result. If you don't know how to trade and you're following people into trades, right, you'll get the same kind of result. You'll be in the loop of resetting. Reset, 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 reset. Oh, it's only $100. It's only $99. But guess what? If you reset 100 times, if you reset 500 times, that quickly adds up, and you realize, okay, I actually spent $15,000 on resets and haven't got a payout. Wouldn't it have been better if I took this 15, deposit into my account, use 5 to scalp, use 5 to maybe have leap portfolio, and use 5 to maybe start a long-term portfolio? All right, so you have to understand it's going to be capital intensive. Okay, it's going to be capital intensive. It's not a cheaper way to trade. It's just a cheaper way to lose. But for you to win, you have to blow up a lot of times. Okay, so have that healthy level of respect. Know how the industry works. Okay, play the game the right way, and you'll have a chance. Okay, Google pushing nicely. You took that double dog? Yeah, Google calls. Yeah. Scale out. You can start scaling out there, highs a day. So buyers are starting to step in off of what, guys? The dip buy zone from this morning. Again, it's easy to say dip buy zone, but in the face of this freight train, right, you have to have confidence and experience taking those bounces. So it's not reckless. So within this zone, we have some key levels. Okay, so if you pair the key levels with the zones, you have that 730, you have actually two levels, monthly 50 and daily 50. 739.53, reclaim 739, 738.40, 738.53, 738.49 in this bound zone. Okay, so now 9 EMA test underway on SPY. Okay, so again, 740 test. You're going to see the structure start to break down. You're going to see the VIX pick up its strength off that 17, between 1780, okay, 1750, and reclaim 18 decisively. If you can do that, there's a chance for this breakdown to take place. You want synchronized selling, synchronized rejections of the 9. So all the major indexes are testing the 9. Okay, so you want all of them to start to break down. Okay. If it does break down, NVIDIA, retrace, reject. Also available. NVIDIA puts, not 195s. If it does break down. Up 30% NVIDIA puts, good, good, good. Okay. So first shift is officially in the books, guys. No trades, intraday first shift. All I did was just take profits on Tesla. But nonetheless, there was some beautiful, beautiful opportunities during first shift. Okay. If you followed the plan, if you use shockwave, if you use momentum setups, all right, you can walk away a winner. So this thing just fell off a cliff. Okay. Got some bulls excited early on and just completely fell off a cliff. Now we're officially in second shift, so let me know in the chat. Are you done for the day? If you're done for the day, you're done for the week, you're done for the month. Okay. Let's get the likes up on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We have 140 people joining us and less than just only 51 likes. Amazon calls. Yeah, Amazon calls are good to go. Only issue is the IV. 30% on Walmart reversal. Beautiful job. Beautiful job, guys. And I'm probably going to be done for the month. I'll probably be done for the week. All right, so. It's been a long month. The days were long, but the month was short. And we have August coming up. So August, guys, the market has a new bag of tricks in August. Okay, the good thing is, okay, we'll have the appropriate response. Okay, it can do whatever it wants, but we'll have the appropriate response. Okay, we'll have the appropriate response, and we'll put you in the best position to capitalize off the opportunities. Okay. Alcazar IW, beautiful job, Elian. You're milking the market today. That's 5 for 5 or 4 for 4. 9 EMA test coming up. Okay, so the bulls are just using this. They're using this as a nice path back to VWAP. Google, if you took Google, if you know, you know. When the market is very weak, Okay, instead of catching the bottom, you can look for something that has relative strength. When the market starts to bottom, even if it's a dead cat bounce, that name that has relative strength. Okay, good chance, nothing guaranteed, good chance it will see some appreciation. Five green, one small red, good, good, good. Good, 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 good. NVIDIA puts Walmart. Let's take a look at Walmart. If SPY can break back below 740, continue to push lower. Synchronize rejection off those 9. Let that 5-minute candle close. 30 seconds left. Okay. See if NVIDIA can work its way back to PML. Walmart coming to test that trigger once again. And Walmart VWAP is right there as well. So what Walmart likes is when the market is dumping. All right, so if SPY can start to break down, everything sells off, that would probably be favorable for Walmart. This channel is so good, but why do less people know about this channel? All right, so you can do something about it. You can like, you can share. So we're building this organically, okay? We don't do anything elaborate. There's no eye-popping clickbait. There's no short-form content. Everything is long-form and boring. So the ones that do gravitate toward this kind of content are more serious about their trading. And when you do, eventually you'll find the channel. Eventually this channel will find you. And when it does find you, that means it's your time. It's your time to really put the pieces together. Okay, so that's going to be on the folks on YouTube. So folks on YouTube, you can hit the like button and help someone else. Okay, in the trading rabbit hole, in the algorithm somewhere, looking for content like this. More than likely, you didn't type smart action trading on YouTube, right? More than likely, you typed something and it came to you because someone in the chat liked the video. Right, someone in the chat liked it, and then the algorithm pushed it forward. Okay, so that's how we that's our approach for growth. %, item and reversal, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so SPY bouncing off of what? Okay, still in the jaws of the wave, 5-minute wave there. Testing 30, shockwave 30 coming up. Shockwave 30 coincides with VWAP. I said live trading insertion. That's how I found it. That's how everyone found it, guys. To give you some context, last year this time, there's maybe like 15 to 30 people joining us on live. Right, so we're here for the long run. All right. Building brick by brick. Building brick by brick. So VWAP test coming up. Google. If you know, you know. Are you still holding that devil dog? You might have room in TP1. As long as SPY continues to push, SPY has a little more room into VWAP. The good thing is VIX is going south. Unless it bounces off that 1742, 1750. SPY probably wants to go test that VWAP. So small caps and SPY are the closest to their VWAP. Okay. Walmart just hanging in there, holding that VWAP. SPY GX levels 1035, 742, 740. Walmart AI integration is looking good right now. I caught the bottom before the bounce with only a couple percent drawdown. Lot of testing to be done, but was impressed by the call. Yeah, whatever you're building, Doctor, that thing looks awesome, especially that dashboard on top of the way you integrated the charts. All right, this is a builder's dream. Okay, this is the era that we're in, guys. This is, don't be afraid. We talked about this many times before. They want to scare you about this AI fear mongering. AI is going to take your job. AI is going to do this. AI is going to do that. This is the greatest time to be alive, because the information is, for the first time, is readily available. The tools are readily available. So if there's a problem, all right, and you have a solution, you no longer need to get someone's approval to build a solution. You don't no longer have to go through all these funding rounds. The reason why people need funding is because they need to hire a team. They need to hire engineers. They need to hire programmers. All right? That's what the funding is for. Right? To make the vision come true, you need human capital. That's what the funding is for. In this era, okay, the AI is the human capital. All right? So you really don't need a team. If you know what you're looking for, if you have the right knowledge base, if you know the specific problem, you have a specific answer to that problem, okay, you can put together a solution. Whether it's for yourself, whether it's for the masses, okay, in any industry, not just in trading, in any industry. Okay, so they're telling everyone AI is going to take your job. To me, guys, it's just fear mongering. I believe that it will create more jobs, more opportunities than it will take. Right, so you have to kind of see past what they're telling the masses. All right, some of the things you're able to do, it would require you hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to build. If you were to gather a team. If you were to have a staff. All right, that's why it's the greatest. This is the greatest era. Walmart, you took that bounce, Firefly? I love that dashboard. Are you using Massive? For the data. Yeah, 5.6. Yeah, I have both. Yearly subscription on both ChatGPT. I have Codex as well. Okay, VWAP's testing, and I think they it's performing much better than Claude. It's much faster. Sometimes Claude is slow. And the amount, the rate at which it's improving is just mind blowing. Oh, you got it through Schwab. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at Massive. We'll talk later. Okay, so Walmart, nice balance on Walmart. We got SPY back at VWAP. Okay, so nice bounce off this territory. And lo and behold, we come into this bounce zone. So again, the sellers have, again, if you're a seller and you don't take your profits, you have room from here to 740 to the 738s. And then if you don't take your profits, this turns into, okay, trap. Okay, but this is more than enough, guys. More than enough. And now it goes back the other way. And then now we're about to flip this hourly candle. We're about to flip this hourly candle. And make that a hammer. So we essentially went tit for tat. We were bullish. Sliced below the lows. Okay, went shooter. Engulfing. We broke below the lows. We bounced off the zone after rejecting off the zone, and now we're looking to go hammer. And this hourly candle, if it can hold for the next 13 minutes, has a chance of possibly getting above 74262. Okay, so the big obstacle is going to be here. This is the bearer's best chance. These two key levels converging, right? Get a push into there and then push lower. If the bulls can reclaim this, okay, that hourly candle closes as a hammer, and that sets up the bulls for the next hour. Okay, look what we got here. We got VWAP. We got all these levels in this area. Some major levels there. Okay, Walmart, nice push on Walmart. Alphabet, nice push. That hit TP1. Who else is done for the day, guys? Who else is done for the day? Okay, they're testing VWAP. SPY testing VWAP. Keep a close eye on that 5. A massive key zone up here. So everything is giving VWAP a run for its money. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Okay, 12 minutes. 30 more likes. We'll do a giveaway. Just like that, guys. That's how quick things can shift. And I mean, no breakdown. Right? No breakdown. I mean, even if this is just a V-shaped recovery. No real breakdown. It continues to push higher. All right, you're potentially entertaining the shorts here. You just need confirmation. Okay, no confirmation, continues to push. You're potentially entertaining here. It's above view up. You want to see some confirmation. I see some kind of slowdown. VIX is going south. VIX is cooling off aggressively. As quickly as it was hot, right? That's how quick it is in cooling off. It literally just went push up, push lower. So simultaneous VWAP test. Qs SPYs above VWAP. Small caps testing VWAP, Dow testing VWAP. So it looks like the Qs are the furthest away from VWAP, but quickly approaching. Dow, same thing. QQQ still on the VWAP. Yep. So a giveaway for today will be 1 week again. 1 week of Shockwave 5. All right. Shockwave 5 beta, 1 week. It's not released yet, so that'll be the giveaway. So we have 10 minutes to get 30 likes. All right, 10 minutes. Even if you're on in our community, you can go on YouTube, jump over there, smash the like button. So Shockwave 5 has not been released. So let's hit the like threshold, and we'll do that. So look how quickly that hourly candle starting to shift. We're back above the open. So now when we look at it, guys, your TP's right here. Your final TP's there. 739, 738, 53. Key level right there. And this thing's going north now. All right, so 9 minutes, Shockwave 5. What is Shockwave 5? Indicator that helps you navigate the first 15 minutes of the day. Okay, so the opening bell indicator. The hardest part, the hardest time to trade. Okay, well, there's a framework to follow during that time. Okay, that's what's at stake. Okay, the Dow above VWAP. Small caps above VWAP. SPY above VWAP. Look at this hourly. All right, so this is basically identical. Outside of sweeping these highs, this looks very similar. So what we did is this. Okay. At some point in time, we're just gonna look at on the hourly. All right, so we know on this hourly candle, we open up here. Okay, so the 9 a.m. candle, we open up there. Okay, we're above that hourly's high, and then we start to push. As we're pushing, we're bullish. Okay, we're bullish. So at this time, okay, you can take advantage of setups to the upside, and then very quickly we fail to hold the level. Remember, the wick remains based on the high we made. The wick does not disappear. So if you're drawing your technicals without wicks, you're missing. Okay, you're missing a quarter of the data, right? So wick remains, and then eventually what happens is we fall below the open of that hourly candle. So you must understand candlesticks inside and out. That is a must. Okay, so if you don't understand what those are, if you're in a community, make sure to take the course. Right, that comes with membership. So we end up like this. So at some point in time, okay, at some point in time, we know, okay, we can see where it opened, where it closed, but this tells us where it's been. So we know there was so much selling pressure up here, okay, that it was able to push price back lower despite the initial push back higher. Okay, so now what happened was the bulls had the lead. They had a big lead, and then the bears took the lead. Okay, took the lead and then end up winning the game. So major comeback. So during this next hour, all right, it's 10 o'clock, we get the break below here. So what happens? The bears have the lead. They continue to lead. They continue to lead the way. Okay, they continue to lead the way. They drive price all the way down here into our key zone and key level. And what happens? We get an immediate response off that level. Okay, remember the wick tells us where we've been. Wick is the very important. And then it starts to push back higher. When it starts to push back higher, guess what happens? The bears had the lead. Now the bulls come back in. Okay, they make a comeback, take the lead, and then flip it. They get the close back. They're going to get the close back above the open. So where does this leave us? Okay. So this leaves us, okay, this is from a candlestick perspective, from a price action perspective. From a structure perspective, okay, if we take a look at these 2 hours, what that tells us is this. What this translates to, okay, is this. Open, push, drop, push. That's what it translates to. So what this further illustrates, okay, is potential for range-bound trading. So where do you need to participate? On the edges. In between is just a pursuit of the edge. So your ideas, okay, should be here. Your ideas should be here. Okay, if you know how to trade the middle, your ideas could be here, but only for a select few. What ideas? Okay, until prove otherwise, the puts up here. Until prove otherwise, puts up here. That includes grabbing those highs. Until prove otherwise, UPO calls down here. Okay, until prove otherwise, separation away from here. If this continues, if something outside of this takes place, we've been proved otherwise, breakout, breakdown. So now you select where do you want to participate, where do you want to engage, and for each one of these, you define your risk before you engage. So notice, can you participate everywhere? Do you want to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades? Right. Do you have an entry model and a system to put you in position to capitalize off these moves? Okay, most people have this. Most people are accustomed to this. Most traders are accustomed to this. Momentum. Okay. Breakouts. So if you're in a breakdown camp, okay, you can care less what happens here. Your job becomes, okay, I want to see a break and hold. I want to see synchronized buying up here. If you're a breakout trader, that means we have to get something we haven't seen quite yet. Lots of volume in that territory. Okay, synchronized buying across the board. Same thing applies down here. If you're a breakout trader, you're doing nothing here. There's nothing for you to do here. Okay, you're out of work. All right, there's nothing for you to do here. All the work is done. Your focus is here. You can care less what happens here. Okay, so now that's the approach. Okay, that's the approach. That's what it means. That's how you convert the candles to what it means, and what that means to how that translates practically for you to potentially put yourself in position to win. Okay, so that's what we're seeing the last 2 hours. Okay, so that's what this means. And notice how before that even happened, we have our rejection zone there, we have our bounce zone there. So we're not. I don't adjust these zone. I don't adjust this bounce and rejection zone intraday. They are fixed. They're pillars. Right. The only thing that is variable is shockwave. Shockwave changes based on the action intraday. The key zone, these bounce and rejection zones, they're the same from pre-market because that's how strong they are. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, now we're back in the zone here. Speaking of zones. Look at Google. Are you still holding that devil dog? If you're still holding, you're laughing to the bank on this Friday. I mean, all the shockwaves came into play, but this one even came into play above 350. Okay, new hourly candle. So case in point here. Okay, case in point here. Okay, so now I have a new hourly candle. And we're in the middle. And the middle happens to be, okay, right here. So that's why structure, candlesticks, and levels, they all have to align. And when you have arbitrary levels or things you just subjectively pick, they're not going to align. They're going to tell you two different things. So you want different things to tell you the same thing, if that makes sense. Okay, the problem with having indicators that are redundant is you're getting the same things to tell you the same thing. Right? The key with confluence, guys, is different things have to tell you the same thing. Okay, when you understand that, you'll understand how to properly use indicators, how to properly use levels, how to properly use price action. Okay, let's see if we have our 100 likes, guys. If we're at 100 likes, we'll do the giveaway. Giveaways for Shockwave 5 today. Let's get the likes up. So outside of the Tesla trade from last night till today, I didn't take any trades, guys. And I'm fine with that. All right, but some great opportunities today. PLTR. Let's take a look. PLTR. So PLTR is PLTR on the hourly. So PLTR is starting to break this major support territory. All right, so PLTR does look interesting next week. Okay, if it closes below 120, PLTR going to next week and possibly start to push towards 118. All right, so this support, if this support fails to hold, we've been watching the support for quite some time. We do have some room to really move to the downside. All right, between us and that 115 on PLTR, right, this can be for next week. Is this one level that we have where we immediately bounced off of it? Okay, that 117.97, you can round that up to 118. All right, so close below 120 today. Monday, depending on where we open up. All right. We can start to slide to the downside. Market context matters, of course. And PLTR can possibly, there's a possibility for PLTR to make its way towards the 115 area. Okay, if it fails to hold below this, we have overall market weakness. Okay, because it's failing to hold this major support here. And it's been range bound. It's been trading in this area for quite some time now, right? Rejects off it, bounces off it. Right, so this support is starting to get weak. Okay, so keep a close eye on that 120. 120 is a magic number. All right, does it close below 120? Okay. Does it hold 120? Of course, dip buy on PLTR 106.37, 105. Could possibly start coming into this territory. Okay. That's actually not a bad pickup there. That is basically June's lows. June's lows. All right, so PLTR next week potentially setting up. Look at this. Is that Volatile again? Look at this, guys. Look at this, 359%. All right, the one contract master. Do you have Shockwave 15? All right, Volatile. Because your entries are essentially the same. It's either you've mastered trading the orb, you have the exact precise entries, or you have Shockwave. Beautiful job. Again, guys, I can't tell you what to buy, what to sell, how much to buy, how much to sell. We can only I can only bring certain things to your attention. That's all I can do. But tremendous job. Look at this, okay? 300%. In one day, 147%. And 90%. Beautiful. And great job on holding the trade. It's not easy to trade one contract because there's no scale out. So it does require a certain type of mindset and a certain type of mentality. All right. So tremendous job. Tremendous job. Okay, so it's possible, guys. So don't be discouraged because it's actually better to start with a small account, if you ask me. Okay, it's better to start with small, even if you have some capital to deploy. Okay, cut it in fourths. If you have 100K you want to deploy into trading, all right, and you just heard about trading, you want to start to jump into trading. Okay, I would say cut it into tenths. Okay, just deploy a small amount first, get a feel for it. Like, you don't have to make this trading thing work by tomorrow. All right, it takes time. You got to give yourself some time. You got to give yourself some margin of error. Right, but it's hard to do that if you put everything in. Pressure is too high. Stakes are too high. You have zero margin of error. So if you're in that position, the best thing to do is start very small. Okay. Google hit TP2. Google hit TP2. Especially if you trade the orb, Shockwave will be a game changer. All right, Shockwave is going to really simplify everything for you. It's 11:09, guys. We have a few minutes left before we wrap up, and we'll continue in our private community. Okay, we'll continue in the private community. We'll go until probably 12:30ish. We'll hang out, and then we'll wrap it up for the week. All right, so make sure to like the video on YouTube, guys. Make sure to subscribe. If you want access to the extended stream, join the community. If you've been watching all 5 episodes this week, all right, make sure to join the community, level up your trading, access all the tools and resources available to you. Pre-market prep stream, delay free, ad free as well. Okay, so when fall rolls around, there will be a significant price increase. Okay, so when fall rolls around, there will be significant price increase. If you're in the community, my promise to you is you're not going to feel the effects of inflation, which simply means the price you pay is the price you pay. So you will not see a price increase. Okay, so take advantage. You won't regret it. SPY stuck at VWAP here. SPY stuck for VWAP, stuck up VWAP, 23% scalp on SPY. Done for the day, good. So done for the day means done for the week. Done for the week means done for the month. All right, so strikers, we know what the protocol is. Spend some time away from the charts. Reset, recalibrate. So this is not just a weekly adjustment. This is a monthly adjustment. Weekly adjustment, you can spend 45 minutes to an hour. But this one, you have to spend a little more time, maybe an hour and a half, right, out of your 48 hours, okay, to really see what took place on the month, to really, biggest takeaways on the monthly. From a psychological standpoint, from a technical standpoint, review your journal, and put a plan together, okay, for the month. All right, and then now put together smaller goals you want to achieve, and don't make sure those goals are not solely monetary. All right, they have to be around the way you're managing your risk, the way you're entering trades, the way you're taking profit, the number of times you're doing those things. What type of setups you're looking for. So that's what's going to lead to the monetary gain. Okay, just saying I want to make $1,000 a day and 20 trading days make $20,000 a month. It's not going to get it done. How are you going to get there? If it's $50 a day, how are you going to get there? What stands between your ultimate goal and where you are is the technical aspect, okay, and of course the psychological aspect. So the focus has to be, if you know the technicals, everything psychological, everything mental. What setups have been working in this condition? Okay, it's a new month. During the first week, maybe I want to be sharp with my TPs. Our protocol is during the first week of the month, you want to just build a cushion and start to open yourself up a little bit, and then close yourself back down. All right, so you want to be peaking at the right time. Get a feel for the month. So make sure you put all these things into practice. Write them down. Review them. All right, and before you know it, we'll be at the end of August. All right, but you have to be intentional, okay, and the things you aspire to do, but something has to be put in place to guide you there, and that's where the process comes in. All right, so we have a fresh month ahead of us, regardless what took place this month, regardless how easy it was, how difficult it was, if it was your worst month, best month, if it was a subpar month, we all have something to improve. Okay, we all have something to improve, and we have 48 hours to recalibrate and get ready for the new month. All right, so make sure to take advantage of that time. First, get some rest. All right, rest your eyes. Spend time with family. And then Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. Okay, we'll be ready for battle. And we'll see where this thing opens up. Whether it gaps up, gaps down. Again, we can care less. Okay, we can care less if it gaps up, gaps down. We're just operating every single shift. We're just focused on the first hour. Okay, if you're focused on the second hour, you're focused on the second hour. All right, so it's been an awesome month. Here we go. It says, let's see if this is legit. Get above PMH. Get above PMH. Continue to push. Shenanigans is starting. So let us know you did in the month, guys. All right, so if you're going to start off the month on our team, okay, make sure to sign up. Especially long-time viewers. First-time viewers, continue to watch. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ask questions in the chat, interact in the chat, like the video. Here we go. Shenanigans has started. So it looks like the donation period has started. Okay, so I don't want anyone to donate profits in this zone. All right, if you're done, be done. Okay, guys. Donation hour has started. That's Palantir. I'm like, why does that chart look different? That's Palantir. That's Palantir. And the irony of it all, I had to grab I had coffee at the door. The irony of it all is this week all the trades worked in my favor, right? Coming off of last week. That's why if you do go back and watch these episodes, guys, there's a gem in each of the episodes. Okay, but last week, okay, the first 2 days were very tricky. But again, sticking to the process, making the adjustments. So you're seeing a lot of this stuff in real time. Getting stopped out. Dealing with the frustration of being stopped out. Being wrong. Okay, so you're not that far away, okay, from letting the pieces fall into place. But you have to be around for the pieces to fall into place, guys. Okay. Done for the day. Beautiful job. I've learned a lot from you. 19% up on Tesla today. One of my best days. Done for the month. Tremendous. All right, so this is donation time on SPY. Okay, let's get to 100 likes. I want to do this giveaway, guys. All right. I do find the duck racing very interesting and entertaining. So if we get to the 100 like threshold, we'll do the giveaway. If you're joining us on Free Trade Friday, this is a sample of what we do every day. However, it looks like we have a lot of people joining us on Free Trade Friday. Use the code trial30. All right, there's a few spots left on code trial30. So if you missed Free Trade Friday, you need to be in the free tier Discord. Okay. And then this will be available, okay, at 9 a.m. on Friday. So you get to be part of our pre-market prep stream as well. All right. NVIDIA breaking back lower. Double dip on NVIDIA into PML. Beautiful job, Jake. And the awesome thing is, guys, everyone has a different, same objective, but different approach. Okay, so you should be encouraged, guys. You should be very, very encouraged. All right, so there is room for your particular style in these markets. You just have to master your style. So tremendous job, Jake. 7 out of 8. SPX, 10 to 15%. See profit, take profit. Nice one for 50. Tremendous, tremendous job. I'm in there. Man is recording on NVIDIA puts. Yep, NVIDIA puts are rolling into PML. NVIDIA puts are rolling into PML. So no trades for me. Maybe I just want to protect my clean week. All right. Might be selfish. And again, even if I did take trades during first, that's fine. During second, during this third now, this is a mess. I would not even take any trades here anyways. During second. All right, we know second notoriously is donation hour. Second is notoriously known for taking donations. Beautiful job, Jake. Looks like we're going to fall short today. Fall short of that 100 likes. We have Tesla, double dip on Tesla. Shockwave 30 possibly present an opportunity here on SPY. See if that signal can print. Qs continue to slide, fail to reach their VWAP. Small caps back under VWAP. Only thing currently above VWAP is the Dow. SPY is testing VWAP, looking to fail VWAP. Peekaboo above VWAP, rejection off that key zone. There goes NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, guys, this is very encouraging. The past few months, okay, NVIDIA has been acting, okay, very different. Meaning it wasn't giving you the moves it usually does, typically does. I would even say for more than the past few months. Right now, NVIDIA is starting to look very similar to its old self. Nice clean moves, some follow through. And that's good news for us, guys. We know each stock has its own personality. From time to time, it can deviate from its personality. And if NVIDIA can come back to the way you used to trade, or even a small portion of how you used to trade, that's going to make our job a little more simpler. Okay, it's going to make our job a little more simpler. Not easier. The job is never easy, but it's going to make it simpler. Okay. Any questions on YouTube? Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, what do we got here? 73% confidence, ticker symbol EWZ. 62% confidence, TSM calls for 821. 821. So those are some swings. What do we got on the flow? We got Riot, some activity on Riot, large call sweeps, put sweeps on Broadcom. 8-7. We got some SNDK put sweeps. Had to sneeze. KO, we got some KO activity, insider selling. KO blew earnings out of the water, made all-time highs. Airbnb insider selling. Any upgrades? We got Datadog. Datadog was a name, very popular name during COVID. Boom. Here we go. Some puts here. If you did take that, manage accordingly. TP where you need to. Okay. That's Shockwave 30. God bless you and your family, George. Have a great weekend. You too, brother. God bless you. God bless your family as well. See, if you're just patient, guys, the opportunities will come. Will somehow, some way, just find you. They will somehow, some way, just come to you. There you go. Qs dropping. If the Dow gives up VWAP and VIX peaks above 1780s, this can possibly give SPY enough to get to 740. Back to 740 we go. Back to 740 we go. That's gonna mean Walmart gonna get picked back up. Look at Nvidia, guys. Nvidia and Tesla. Those double dips on Nvidia and Tesla. Look at that. Look at that. Just like that, getting back to 740. Okay, let it get to 740 and let it breathe off 740. Do buyers want it? Going once, going twice. If they do, pick it back up. If not, continue to sell. And you don't take that if you took that dollar signs. If you took Nvidia, if you took Tesla puts, if you took SPY puts, if you took Q puts, small IWM puts. Okay, all working nicely in your favor. Okay. Look at that, 740 coming up. Tells you exactly. And this signal here, no drawdown. Scale out. Scale out simply means take some profits. You notice how it says scale out right before 740. And this is a 30-minute scale out. So 30-minute scale outs are huge. This is about $1.50, guys. You can close your entire position or scale some out, put some money in your pocket. Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions on YouTube before we wrap it up? Any questions on YouTube? If not, guys, as always, thank you for tuning in today. We fell a couple of likes short from the giveaway threshold, so we'll have to do the giveaway. We'll try again on Monday. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a blessed weekend. Make the proper adjustments going into Monday. Monday's the start of a new week, of course, and a new month. So let's bring your best foot forward for Monday as we kick off a new month. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Make sure to subscribe. If you want to join us for the extended stream, make sure to do so. Link is pinned in the chat. You can access Free Trade Friday. If you want to join our community, kick off the month of August with our team, you can do that as well. Use the code TRIAL30. That saves you 30% off the monthly tier. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Monday. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charge went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne.
Ooh, yeah.
Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
Keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the
Word
shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man.
there fear inside my chest,
So bold.
questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
But Psalm 23.
kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chapters into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Market's about this way.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the car still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or anything,
The good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost its victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes.
Whoever will come
Will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope isn't found and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall,
Christ remains Lord over all.
the market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control,
The Lamb who was slain.
the King who will reign
The Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and never.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley.
You are with me.
Shadows around me.
You are with me.
See
When the charge went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete. Running after green candles like they could save my soul. The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand, watch the tide roll in. Learning every earthly kingdom has an end. Some valleys look so deep, I couldn't see the light. Some storms got so strong, I couldn't win the fight. But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
Walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man.
their fear inside my chest.
So cold.
Questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. So I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies. I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and
Jesus is the
life.
answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the
Markets start to sway.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or in fame,
The good news is
the
simple.
debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes.
Whoever will come
Will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain.
The King who will
The
reign
Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley.
You are with me.
Shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charge went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free.
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in.
Watch the tide roll in.
Learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has an age.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong, because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worthy.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man
There's fear inside my chest.
so bold.
Questions without answers.
Answers.
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and
Jesus is the
life.
answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the market
Market's fucked its way.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The car still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or anything,
The good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes.
Whoever will come
Will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different
So
step.
when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain.
The King who will
The
reign
Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley.
You are with me.
Shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever. Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going stream.
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has a name.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worthy.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man
There's fear inside my chest.
so bold.
Questions without answers.
Answers.
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy, life story I could never write, turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's fought his way.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's today and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or anything,
the good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different stage.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain.
The King who will reign
The Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king
kingdom has an end.
come has an age.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because the shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market
Start to sway
through the highs and lows.
through the joy and pain.
The cross still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man
lived fear inside my chest,
so bold.
questions without answers,
Answers.
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
But Psalm 23.
kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's fought his way.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The call still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's today and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or anything,
the good news is simple.
that has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever
Nations rise and fortunes fall.
The price remains Lord overall.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
so remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain.
The King who will reign.
The Alpha and Omega.
Forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the Alpha.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the Alpha.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the answer.
answer.
Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows surround me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
Watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king
kingdom has an end.
come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because the shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market
Start to sway.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man
There's fear inside my chest.
so old.
Questions without answers.
Answers.
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and
Jesus is the
life.
answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market
Markets start to sway.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain.
The car still stands where
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching